Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today. I think we all are.
You look happy to be here today.
Anything for these animals out here in Chatham County.
All right, so tell us about it. You heard me tell them about how Daffodil became Alice. How does that happen from your side?
We see daffodils out there all the time. These animals are running the streets, not of their own accord, and they come into the shelter, and some of them are so broken, we just look into their eyes, and they speak to us, and we bring them out of their shells, and they just want new homes all the time. These animals are just waiting to blossom into animals that you would just not believe. They just have so much love in their hearts to give.
Now, you had two folks who came with you, and when trying to describe what your role is. So in sports, they refer to like the sixth man off the bench, or the utility person, or the person who wears many hats. I hear you have many roles in and out. So your main role is, and we'll start there, and then we'll see how that weaves into all the other hats that you wear.
Well, mainly we just go through the kennels, we look at these animals, we try and find the best options for these animals. Not all animals are fit to go into a home, so we talk with our local rescues that we use to try and work with these animals to get them to where they are ready to go into their forever homes. Some of these animals we take out, we vaccinate, we spay neuter, we get them ready to go into their forever homes. We take them out, we work with them. And then when the citizens of the county come in, we try and match them with the animals so that it's a perfect match and these animals don't end up coming back into our shelter. So we do a lot of things with these animals, working with them on a daily basis to try and make it a perfect fix.
Wow. How important, you gave us a lot there. How important is it to have those relationships also with the other auxiliary adoption agencies around the area?
It's one of the most important aspects of what we do there. If we didn't have these other groups that we work with, some of these animals just would not have any other alternative. They would sit in our shelter and not have the access to getting out and getting the medical care that they would really need. So we rely heavily on these other groups that come in and help us.
So, you know, when you sat down, I said I'm not a gotcha type person in what I ask folks. And this is kind of unfair because you're the first person sitting in the chair. So it's not gotcha. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay. You could get one of two. So last week, I'm driving in. I listen to the radio. You know, I listen to the radio. I do radio, so I listen to the radio. And there is a poll going on the radio that I stopped listening to. And I even had to Google it and look it up when I got home. And it was a poll as to, and let me say, because I don't want PETA, I said this last week, don't want PETA on our back, but it was just, I guess, the wonderment that even came up with a poll like this. And the poll simply stated, and it started with, it said, if you had to confront an animal, of these animals, which animals could you beat in a fight? And so, but then it kind of said like a setup fight, like fight.
Yes.
And it started with I'm serious. It started with a house cat.
Yeah.
It went up to like a rat, and I said last week, I'm gonna say this week. I lived in D.C. I lived in Baltimore. Love this place. Afraid of the rats.
Right.
I lose in that fight. It said like a honey badger.
Yes.
And so I'm not gonna give you that one.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I am gonna give you this one though. I may give one of your other people that one. 'Cause
Okay.
You've done well. In Chatham County, because we are Peebo Radio, we're focused on all of Chatham County. It's just we use Peebo Radio because it has a better alliteration when you say Peebo Radio than Chatham County Radio. But anyway, I digress. In incorporated Chatham County, can you name every town that makes up Chatham County?
I don't know that I can.
All right. Well, let's see how many you can get.
Every town.
Not every. You can see how many. I mean, I have all the answers. I'm going to get them all. But anyway,
I know
ahead.
you're going to get them right. And you're
I've done
putting me
this
on the
before.
spot here.
All right. Just name 1, 2, 5. All right, 5. Let's see if you know 5.
So if I start
You start wherever.
Siler City,
Oh, there's 1.
Pittsburgh,
There's 2.
you're going to get me.
I'm not going to get you. You got 2.
Well, I'm going for the bigger towns.
All right, go ahead.
You've got me.
All right, so we got 2. All right, so there'll be a parting gift for you as of next. No. Well, you didn't get the honey badger one, and so we're going to see how your compadres here do on this same test. I know it's not fair because you just went through it, but only got 1 poll, and I usually only have 1 guest and brought 3 of you guys. But tell people how they can get in touch with you. If they want to reach out, they want to volunteer, they need to bring an animal, God forbid, or they want to come to adopt an animal, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can come out to the shelter at 725 Renaissance Drive.
Hold on. 725
Renaissance Drive in Pittsboro.
Now, okay. Pittsboro, for as far as many people, is just right downtown. How do I get to Renaissance Drive?
We're right off Highway 64.
Right off
in
Highway.
Between Pittsboro and Siler City.
All right, so that's important to know, folks, because this is a very important place that we want to go to, all right? So in Chatham County, that's where you're going. We're not done because we got more questions. And we got one person coming up who I first called and I talked to her, and she helped make all this happen. And so she's coming up next. But ladies and gentlemen, won't you give a round of applause as we say goodbye, but thank you, and hope this won't be your last time.
No, absolutely not. I'd love to come back.
Well, you did wonderful. There'll be a parting gift now. We have the waffle table and the buffet table set up. Make sure you get something to eat.
I will do that.
So, will you come back and talk to us?
I would love to do that. Yes.
Right, so you know we do a lot of music here.
Yes.
We got a local guy. I don't know how much you know about the local guys, but this guy's name is, I should have played more last week, but I told him I'd play him all this week as well. Local guy, great music. His name's Jason D'Amico. This song is called He's Got a Hole in His Soul, Hole in My Soul. We'll be right back with more ARC here in Chatham County. Where bark they now, y'all?